Imagine someone hands you $100,000 and gives you three choices. You could buy a luxury apartment, you could drive home in a brand new Ferrari, or you could spend it all on a single night in a hotel. For most people, the decision would be obvious. Spending that kind of money just to sleep for one night sounds completely absurd. Yet every single year, thousands of billionaires, royalty, celebrities, and business leaders willingly do exactly that. Some of the world's most exclusive hotel suites cost well over $100,000 per night, and despite those staggering prices, many are booked months in advance. So the obvious question is, why? What could possibly make one night's stay worth more than the average family's annual income? Is it simply a bigger bed, a better view, or more luxurious furniture? Or is there something hidden behind those doors that most of us never get the chance to experience? The answer has very little to do with the room itself. The world's wealthiest travelers aren't paying for a place to sleep. They're paying for something far more valuable: time, privacy, convenience, and an experience that feels almost impossible to replicate anywhere else. For billionaires, time is often more valuable than money. Every minute matters. They don't want to wait in line at reception. They don't want to fill out paperwork after a long international flight. They don't want to explain which pillow they prefer, what temperature they like while sleeping, or which coffee they drink every morning. By the time their private jet lands, the hotel already knows they're coming. A chauffeur is waiting on the runway. Check-in has already been completed. Their luggage has been unpacked before they even enter the suite. The room temperature has been adjusted to their personal preference. Their favorite flowers are waiting on the table. Even the playlist softly playing in the background may have been selected based on their previous visits. Nothing feels random because nothing is left to chance. This level of service doesn't happen by accident. Behind every perfect arrival is an invisible army of professionals working around the clock. Concierges, chefs, housekeepers, engineers, florists, security specialists, chauffeurs, butlers, and guest experience managers all work together with one goal: to make every moment feel effortless. Ironically, the best service is often the service you never notice. Problems are solved before guests even realize they existed. Perhaps the most fascinating part is that many of these guests already own homes far more expensive than the hotels they're visiting. Some have private islands, mega yachts, multiple mansions, and personal jets. They could easily build a residence with every luxury imaginable. Yet, they still choose hotels. Why? Because even the most extravagant private mansion cannot recreate the precision of hundreds of highly trained professionals working together to deliver a flawless experience every single day. A hotel isn't simply a building. It's a living system designed around one purpose: making every guest feel like the only person in the world. That competition has transformed the luxury hospitality industry into one of the most innovative businesses on earth. Hotels are no longer competing over who has the biggest lobby or the most expensive chandelier. They're competing to create unforgettable experiences. Some offer underwater restaurants surrounded by marine life. Others feature infinity pools suspended hundreds of feet above the city skyline. Some welcome guests by helicopter onto private rooftop helipads. Others provide personal butlers available 24 hours a day, ready to fulfill almost any request imaginable. But among all the luxury hotels ever built, one name has become the symbol of modern extravagance. Rising from its own man-made island off the coast of Dubai, its sail-shaped silhouette is recognized across the globe. For more than 2 decades, people have called it the world's first 7-star hotel, even though no official 7-star rating has ever existed. So, how did one hotel earn a reputation that changed luxury hospitality forever? In the next chapter, we'll step inside Burj Al Arab to discover why a single night here can cost more than a luxury car, and why, even after more than 25 years, it remains one of the most iconic hotels ever built. If there is one hotel that completely changed the way the world defines luxury, it's Burj Al Arab. Long before Dubai became famous for record-breaking skyscrapers and artificial islands, this sail-shaped masterpiece had already become the city's global symbol. Even today, more than 25 years after opening its doors, millions of people can recognize its silhouette instantly. But what most people don't realize is that Burj Al Arab was never designed simply to be another luxury hotel. It was built to send a message to the world. Dubai wanted a landmark that people would remember forever. They wanted a building so extraordinary that visitors would travel across the globe just to see it with their own eyes. And they succeeded. Instead of constructing the hotel along the coastline like most beachfront resorts, engineers made a far more ambitious decision. They built an entirely new island nearly 300 meters offshore. Thousands of massive rocks were placed into the Persian Gulf to create a stable foundation, while more than 230 concrete piles were driven deep beneath the seabed to anchor the structure against powerful waves and shifting sands. Building the island alone took years before the hotel itself could even begin to rise. At the time, it was one of the most challenging engineering projects ever attempted in the region. When Burj Al Arab officially opened in 1999, it stood approximately 321 meters tall, making it one of the tallest hotels on Earth. Yet height was never its greatest achievement. The real innovation was what happened inside. While almost every luxury hotel offers standard rooms alongside premium suites, Burj Al Arab made a decision that shocked the hospitality industry. It eliminated standard rooms entirely. Every single accommodation became a luxury duplex suite. Even the smallest suite measures around 170 square meters, larger than many family homes around the world. At the very top sits the legendary Royal Suite, covering nearly 800 square meters across 2 magnificent floors. Inside are sweeping marble staircases, private libraries, formal dining rooms, lavish living areas, walk-in dressing rooms, and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Arabian Gulf. During peak seasons, a single night in the Royal Suite can cost tens of thousands of dollars, yet availability remains surprisingly limited because demand from ultra-high net worth travelers continues to exceed supply. Walking into the hotel's atrium feels less like entering a hotel and more like stepping inside a modern palace. Rising nearly 180 meters from floor to ceiling, the enormous atrium remains one of the tallest of its kind in the world. Golden columns stretch toward the ceiling, dancing fountains perform throughout the day, and thousands of square meters of marble and approximately 2-4-carat gold leaf decorate the interiors. Every detail was designed to create a sense of wonder from the very first moment. But spectacular architecture alone doesn't explain Burj Al Arab's legendary reputation. The true luxury lies in the service. The hotel maintains one of the highest staff-to-suite ratios in the hospitality industry. Behind fewer than 200 suites works an extraordinary team of butlers, chefs, concierges, chauffeurs, engineers, florists, security professionals, and guest experience specialists. Their mission is simple: anticipate every need before guests even realize they have one. Whether arranging a private helicopter transfer, securing impossible restaurant reservations, organizing exclusive desert adventures, or preparing a favorite meal exactly the way a returning guest remembers it, the experience is designed to feel completely effortless. One of Burj Al Arab's most famous features wasn't even built for entertainment. High above the city sits the hotel's iconic rooftop helipad, originally intended simply for VIP arrivals. Over the years, however, it became one of the world's most recognizable event stages. Tennis legends Roger Federer and Andre Agassi played an unforgettable exhibition match hundreds of feet above the sea. Golf superstar Tiger Woods famously launched golf balls into the Dubai skyline. Formula One race cars have performed breathtaking demonstrations on the circular platform. These extraordinary events generated headlines around the world, transforming the helipad into a marketing icon that no advertising campaign could ever replicate. Inside the hotel, the culinary experience is equally remarkable. Guests can dine in restaurants created by internationally acclaimed chefs, while one of the hotel's most famous venues offers breathtaking underwater views through enormous aquarium windows, allowing diners to enjoy world-class cuisine surrounded by thousands of colorful marine creatures. Every meal is carefully choreographed, every detail refined, and every moment designed to become a lasting memory rather than simply another dinner. For years, people believed Burj Al Arab represented the absolute peak of luxury hospitality. It seemed impossible to surpass. But Dubai has never been a city that accepts limits. While the world continued celebrating its most famous hotel, another project was quietly taking shape, one even more ambitious, more technologically advanced, and more extravagant than anyone thought possible. A hotel with floating sky pools, breathtaking penthouses, Michelin-starred dining, and an opening ceremony watched around the globe. In the next chapter, we'll step inside Atlantis The Royal, the new icon that's redefining luxury for an entirely new generation. For more than 2 decades, Burj Al Arab defined luxury hospitality. It was the hotel every city wanted to imitate and every luxury brand wanted to be associated with. Most people believe Dubai had already reached the absolute peak of extravagance. But if history has taught us anything about this city, it's that Dubai never competes with others, it competes with itself. While millions of tourists continued taking photos of the iconic sail-shaped hotel, another project was quietly rising on the edge of Palm Jumeirah. Its mission wasn't simply to become another five-star resort. It was built to replace the very definition of luxury itself. That project would become Atlantis The Royal. Even before construction was complete, architects around the world were fascinated by its design. Instead of building one enormous tower, designers stacked massive rectangular volumes on top of each other, like giant floating blocks, creating dramatic sky bridges, open terraces, and suspended infinity pools unlike anything ever seen before. From a distance, the building looks less like a hotel and more like a futuristic sculpture, balancing impossibly above the Arabian Gulf. Almost overnight, it became one of the most photographed buildings in Dubai, long before its first guest even checked in. But the architecture is only the beginning. Behind its striking exterior are more than 790 luxury rooms, suites, signature penthouses, and exclusive residences, each designed to erase the boundary between indoor comfort and the breathtaking skyline outside. Floor-to-ceiling glass walls stretch across nearly every room, offering uninterrupted views of the Persian Gulf, Palm Jumeirah, and the ever-growing skyline of Dubai. Yet the hotel's most famous accommodations aren't the largest suites, they're the sky pool villas. Imagine waking up, opening the curtains, walking just a few steps from your bed, and diving into your own private infinity pool, suspended high above the city. Below you, yachts glide across crystal blue water, while helicopters circle Dubai's skyline. It's the kind of view that most people experience only through drone footage. Yet here it's simply part of your morning routine. Those iconic floating pools quickly became one of the most recognizable luxury images on social media, turning Atlantis the Royal into a global symbol almost overnight. Of course, breathtaking architecture alone doesn't convince billionaires to return. The real luxury lies in personalization. Before many VIP guests even arrive, dedicated concierge teams begin preparing every detail of their stay. Preferred room temperature, favorite champagne, dietary preferences, pillow selection, preferred flowers, fitness schedules, spa treatments, transportation arrangements, even the fragrance inside the suite can be customized before the guest walks through the door. The goal isn't simply to respond to requests. The goal is to eliminate the need for requests altogether. When everything feels effortless, true luxury becomes invisible. Dining inside Atlantis, the Royal is equally extraordinary. The hotel brings together an unmatched collection of restaurants, created by some of the world's most celebrated chefs, including multiple Michelin-starred culinary icons. Guests can enjoy Japanese omakase, Mediterranean seafood, modern Middle Eastern cuisine, contemporary Italian dining, and exclusive tasting menus, all without ever leaving the property. For many travelers, securing a reservation at one of these restaurants is reason enough to fly halfway across the world. But perhaps nothing introduced Atlantis the Royal to the world more dramatically than its opening celebration. Rather than hosting a traditional ribbon-cutting ceremony, Dubai organized one of the most extravagant hotel launches in history. Hundreds of celebrities, billionaires, royalty, athletes, and global business leaders gathered for an unforgettable weekend. The highlight of the event was an exclusive performance by Beyoncé, her first full concert in years, reportedly earning a fee worth tens of millions of dollars. The performance dominated international headlines, instantly transforming Atlantis the Royal from a newly opened hotel into one of the most talked-about luxury destinations on Earth. It wasn't simply an opening, it was a declaration that Dubai had once again raised the global standard for luxury hospitality. Today, Atlantis the Royal represents a new generation of hotels, where architecture, technology, entertainment, wellness, and personalized service merge into a single experience. Yet even with all its innovation, there is one place that offers something completely different. It doesn't rely on futuristic design or floating infinity pools. Instead, it delivers something far older and perhaps even more powerful, the feeling of living inside a royal palace. Built at a cost of billions of dollars, decorated with gold, marble, and magnificent domes, and trusted by kings, presidents, and world leaders, Emirates Palace represents luxury in its most regal form. In the next chapter, we'll step inside one of the most magnificent palace hotels ever built and discover why some of the world's most powerful people choose to stay there. If Burj Al Arab became famous for redefining modern luxury, and Atlantis The Royal pushed architectural boundaries into the future, then Emirates Palace tells an entirely different story. This isn't a hotel built to impress with futuristic design or record-breaking engineering. It was built to make every guest feel like royalty. From the very first moment you arrive, everything about Emirates Palace is designed to answer one question. What would it feel like to live inside one of the world's greatest royal palaces? Located along the pristine coastline of Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, Emirates Palace is one of the most expensive hotels ever constructed, with an estimated development cost of around $3 billion. The property stretches across more than 1 million square meters of beautifully landscaped gardens, private beaches, fountains, and palm-lined avenues. From above, it looks less like a hotel and more like an enormous royal city rising from the Arabian coastline. Its architecture draws inspiration from traditional Arabian palaces, featuring more than 100 majestic domes, with the magnificent central dome soaring nearly 70 meters into the sky. As the desert sun moves across the horizon, the palace changes color throughout the day, glowing with warm golden tones that make the entire building appear almost magical. But the true spectacle begins the moment you walk through its massive entrance. Towering marble columns, intricate mosaics, handcrafted ceilings, and enormous crystal chandeliers immediately create a sense of awe. Gold is everywhere, not hidden inside display cases, but woven directly into the architecture itself. It is estimated that thousands of square meters of 2-carat gold leaf decorate the palace's interior. Under the soft lighting, every hallway seems to shimmer. Every ceiling reflects elegance. Every room feels as though it belongs to a royal residence rather than a commercial hotel. Unlike many luxury properties that focus on contemporary minimalism, Emirates Palace embraces grandeur on a scale rarely seen anywhere in the world. The hotel features nearly 400 luxurious rooms and suites, but its most exclusive accommodations are reserved for royalty, heads of state, and distinguished international guests. These palace suites offer expansive living rooms, formal dining areas, private offices, marble bathrooms, walk-in wardrobes, and breathtaking terraces overlooking the Arabian Gulf. Every suite is supported by dedicated butlers available 24 hours a day, ensuring every request, no matter how small or extraordinary, is handled immediately and discreetly. Yet perhaps the hotel's most famous luxury experience isn't a billion-dollar suite at all. It's a simple cup of coffee. Emirates Palace became globally famous for serving cappuccino topped with real 2-4-carat edible gold flakes. What sounds almost unbelievable has become one of the hotel's signature attractions. Around the world, millions of travelers have seen photographs of glittering gold floating on creamy foam, transforming an ordinary morning coffee into a symbol of ultimate luxury. Gold also appears throughout the hotel's desserts, pastries, and fine dining presentations, reminding guests that at Emirates Palace, luxury isn't limited to architecture, it extends to every detail of daily life. But beyond the gold, marble, and crystal lies something even more valuable: trust. Emirates Palace has welcomed presidents, kings, queens, prime ministers, diplomats, and global business leaders from nearly every corner of the world. Major international summits, state visits, and high-level diplomatic meetings have all taken place within these walls. To support guests of such importance, the hotel operates one of the most sophisticated security systems in the hospitality industry. Yet remarkably, almost none of it is visible. Guests experience complete privacy without ever feeling surrounded by security. That's the hallmark of true luxury, not overwhelming protection, but invisible protection. Outside, the experience becomes even more extraordinary. A private beach stretches for more than a kilometer along the turquoise waters of the Arabian Gulf. Multiple temperature-controlled swimming pools, luxury cabanas, world-class spas, award-winning restaurants, and beautifully landscaped gardens create an atmosphere that feels less like a hotel and more like a private kingdom. Every pathway, every fountain, and every carefully maintained garden reinforces one idea: perfection requires constant attention to detail. Thousands of people work behind the scenes each day to maintain an experience that appears completely effortless to every guest. Yet despite all its magnificence, Emirates Palace also represents the end of one era. For decades, luxury hospitality was measured by gold, marble, chandeliers, and architectural grandeur. But the next generation of ultra-luxury hotels is moving in a completely different direction. Instead of asking how much gold can decorate a lobby, they're asking how artificial intelligence can predict your needs before you even arrive. Instead of building larger ballrooms, they're creating smarter, healthier, and more personalized experiences. The future of luxury isn't just about what you see, it's about what technology quietly does for you behind the scenes. And in the next chapter, we'll explore how artificial intelligence, wellness, sustainability, and even space tourism are transforming the future of the world's most luxurious hotels. After exploring icons like Burj Al Arab, Atlantis The Royal, and Emirates Palace, you might think luxury hotels have already reached their peak. After all, how do you improve on billion-dollar architecture, private beaches, rooftop helipads, Michelin-starred restaurants, and suites larger than most homes? Surprisingly, the biggest transformation isn't happening in the buildings themselves. It's happening behind the scenes. The next generation of luxury hotels isn't competing to build taller towers or decorate more walls with gold. They're competing to know their guests better than anyone else in the world. Imagine booking a hotel months before your trip. Before you even board your flight, artificial intelligence has already started preparing for your arrival. It remembers the exact room you preferred during your last visit, the temperature you slept best in, your favorite bottle of wine, your dietary restrictions, the side of the bed you usually sleep on, the fragrance you requested in the suite, and even the time you normally wake up. The moment your private jet lands, your chauffeur is already waiting. Check-in never happens because it's already complete. Your luggage arrives before you do. The curtains slowly open as you enter the suite, revealing the sunset over the city, while your favorite music begins playing softly in the background. It feels almost magical, but behind that magic is artificial intelligence processing thousands of tiny details to create one seamless experience. This isn't science fiction anymore. Many of the world's leading luxury hotel brands are already investing billions of dollars into AI-powered guest personalization. The goal isn't simply to provide better service. The goal is to eliminate friction entirely. The perfect luxury experience is one where guests never have to ask for anything because everything has already been anticipated. Yet technology alone isn't defining the future. Another revolution is quietly transforming the luxury hospitality industry wellness. Today's billionaires are no longer looking for the biggest suites or the most expensive chandeliers. They're looking for something money cannot easily replace: better health and a longer life. That's why many ultra-luxury resorts are becoming medical and wellness destinations rather than traditional hotels. Guests can now receive full-body health assessments, genetic testing, personalized nutrition programs, sleep optimization, stress recovery treatments, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, cryotherapy, longevity consultations, and AI-driven fitness coaching, all during what appears to be a relaxing vacation. For many wealthy travelers, luxury is no longer measured by how extravagant a hotel looks. It's measured by how much better they feel when they leave. Privacy has also become one of the most valuable luxuries on Earth. Decades ago, celebrities wanted to stay where everyone could see them. Today, the opposite is true. Billionaires, royalty, and global executives increasingly choose destinations where almost nobody knows they're there. Some luxury resorts accept only a handful of guests at a time. Others occupy entire private islands accessible only by yacht or helicopter. Some hotels deliberately avoid advertising their most exclusive villas because their clients value anonymity more than publicity. In this world, the ultimate luxury isn't being seen, it's disappearing completely. Sustainability is creating another unexpected shift. For years, luxury was associated with excess. Larger buildings, brighter lights, bigger swimming pools, and greater energy consumption were symbols of prestige. Today, the world's finest hotels are proving that true luxury can also be environmentally responsible. Solar energy systems, intelligent climate control, rainwater recycling, advanced desalination technology, AI-powered energy management, and sustainable architecture are becoming standard features in many ultra-luxury developments. Future hotels won't simply consume resources, they'll generate much of their own energy, while minimizing environmental impact without guests ever noticing the difference. But perhaps the most astonishing future lies far beyond Earth itself. Several aerospace companies and hospitality groups have already announced concepts for luxury space hotels orbiting our planet. Imagine floating in zero gravity while watching 16 sunrises every 24 hours through panoramic windows overlooking Earth. Other companies are exploring lunar hospitality, where future travelers may spend nights on the moon inside specially designed habitats. It sounds unbelievable today, yet only a few decades ago, the idea of building an iconic luxury hotel on a man-made island surrounded by the sea seemed equally impossible. History has repeatedly shown that today's fantasy often becomes tomorrow's reality. Looking back, luxury hotels have always reflected humanity's greatest ambitions. Ancient civilizations built magnificent palaces for kings. The 20th century created legendary grand hotels that became symbols of wealth and sophistication. The 21st century introduced intelligent buildings capable of learning, adapting, and serving each guest individually. So the question is no longer how luxurious hotels can become. The real question is where they'll exist next. Will tomorrow's greatest hotel float beneath the ocean, surrounded by coral reefs? Will it travel across the sea like a private floating city? Or will the ultimate luxury destination be orbiting hundreds of miles above Earth? Whatever the answer may be, one thing is certain. The future of luxury hospitality has only just begun. And in our final chapter, we'll discover that after all the billions spent on architecture, technology, and extraordinary experiences, the greatest luxury in the world may not be found inside a hotel at all. After exploring some of the most extraordinary hotels ever built, from the iconic Burj Al Arab to the futuristic Atlantis The Royal and the royal grandeur of Emirates Palace, you've probably noticed something surprising. None of these hotels became world famous simply because they were expensive. They became legendary because they created moments that people remember for the rest of their lives. That's the true difference between luxury and extravagance. Extravagance is about spending money. Luxury is about creating memories that money alone cannot recreate. For most of us, a hotel is simply a place to sleep before the next day's adventure begins. But for the world's wealthiest travelers, the hotel is the destination itself. They aren't buying a room. They're buying peace of mind. They're buying complete privacy. They're buying time that would otherwise be wasted. Most importantly, they're buying experiences carefully designed by hundreds of people working behind the scenes to make every second feel effortless. Think about it. The world's richest people could easily build homes that are even larger than these hotels. Many already own multiple mansions, private islands, mega yachts, and private jets. Yet they continue returning to luxury hotels. Why? Because even unlimited wealth cannot duplicate the precision of an entire hospitality team operating like a perfectly synchronized orchestra. Behind every flawless stay are chefs preparing personalized meals before guests become hungry, housekeepers maintaining rooms that somehow always appear untouched, engineers monitoring thousands of hidden systems, security professionals protecting privacy without ever being seen, concierge teams solving impossible requests within minutes, and butlers who remember details so small that guests themselves may have forgotten them. The greatest luxury is often invisible. You don't notice it because everything simply works exactly as it should. That's the highest level of hospitality anyone can achieve. There's an old saying among luxury hoteliers: guests may forget what the room looked like, but they'll never forget how the experience made them feel. That philosophy explains why the finest hotels in the world invest just as much in people as they do in architecture. Marble can impress visitors for a few minutes. Gold can attract attention. Infinity pools create beautiful photographs. But genuine hospitality creates emotions. And emotions are what guests carry home long after checkout. Looking back through history, every civilization has built symbols of luxury. Ancient kings built magnificent palaces. European monarchs created castles that still attract millions of visitors centuries later. The 20th century gave us legendary grand hotels that became icons of elegance. Today, ultra-luxury hotels represent humanity's newest expression of ambition, combining architecture, engineering, technology, art, and service into experiences unlike anything previous generations could have imagined. Yet the story is far from over. The next generation of luxury may exist beneath the ocean, where panoramic suites overlook coral reefs and marine life. It may float across the sea as self-sustaining cities powered entirely by renewable energy. It may even orbit hundreds of miles above Earth, allowing guests to watch our planet from space while enjoying the same level of comfort found in today's finest resorts. Ideas that once belonged only to science fiction are gradually becoming engineering projects. And if history has taught us anything, it's that humanity has an extraordinary habit of turning impossible dreams into reality. So perhaps the most luxurious hotel in history hasn't been built yet. Somewhere in the world, an architect may already be sketching the blueprint that will redefine luxury for the next generation, just as Burj Al Arab did a quarter of a century ago. Before we finish, here's one final question for you. If money were no object, where would you spend one unforgettable night? Would you choose a royal palace overlooking the Arabian Gulf? A glass villa suspended above the Dubai skyline? Let us know your choice in the comments below. We'd love to hear your answer. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world's most luxurious hotels, don't forget to subscribe to EliteVerseTV. Every week, we explore the extraordinary world of billionaires, engineering marvels, cutting-edge technology, and the most incredible places ever created by human imagination. In our next documentary, we'll step aboard the world's most expensive mega yachts floating cities worth billions of dollars that redefine what it means to travel in ultimate luxury. Trust us, if you thought these hotels were unbelievable, what comes next will completely change the way you think about life at sea.